Hey everybody, I am Omega. Welcome back to the Day Night Show matches. I'll be casting tonight with Covert Muffin. And observing and streaming for us is going to be Ghost Gambit. Zero Lambo is actually hanging out in the chat. You can say hi to him if you'd like. He's over there. Poke him with something. And we will be casting for Elyzium versus CrazyChaos. This is our final best of 5 and our final match for the weekend. Tell me, my players, I would like to know what your rank, your race, your region is. And finally, if you were following along with WCS this past weekend, did you have a favorite to win? When I say favorite, I don't mean like most likely. Who were you rooting for? Who would like to start? Whoever has an answer.
I'll start. So anyway, I'm Chaosy. I play North American. I am probably going to switch to Terran. I'm sorry, Dominic, but yeah, I was mainly Zerg all since like December till like recently, where I started playing split races. But now I'm gonna be focusing on Terran.
All right.
But yeah, I'm so Chaosy Terran. Blah blah blah. What else was there? I already played. So the question, I I was only able to watch a couple of matches. Not a lot because like I was
Sure.
mainly walking around the con, and it was one time I got to watch videos was the lounge room.
Sure.
And most of the time I was I was in the lounge room. I was watching Shia LaBeouf. I'm sorry. I was watching so yeah, that's me.
Okay. Well, that's fair. Elisa?
But like wait, I think I might go with Bunny.
Oh, that's actually an excellent choice. He got very far, too. It's quite impressive.
Yeah.
But, yeah. How about you, Elysium?
All right, well, I'm a Silver Terran on North America server. And I haven't watched any of it yet because I don't know what time zone they're playing in, but I got my WCS America just went live on Twitch notification at 3:41 this morning. So I'll have to like catch up on that another time. But what I did want to say was that I read a funny tweet from Polt, which it says, "It's so relaxing to watch all those scrubs sweat in the booths while I sit and wait to play tomorrow." Hashtag Polt. So I do really like Polt. I don't know if he even how far he made it or what, but I want to go back and watch them all when I have time.
Here's some interesting context. Please. Some interesting context for you. Basically, yeah, Polt did well, of course, no surprise. So did Hydra. And they were doing that all weekend. They were doing like, yeah, we're awesome. We're going to win everything. Yeah. And it was great. Like, the hype around that was so awesome. But what was also cool is that Lil Bo, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, he's another French player. He was doing the exact same thing and doing well entire weekend. Oh, the hype leading up to the final match was excellent. Yeah, I do. Let's see if there's any games that were worth checking out in particular. I believe there was a Polt versus what was that game you were talking about, Muffin?
Marine guy. I don't remember the other part.
Marine
of this
Lord.
game.
Marine
Lord.
Marine
Lord.
I've seen him before.
Watch that game. It has some really cool stuff in it. Watch what's another good one? Stardust versus Hydra. Has some of the craziest, or was it no, Stardust versus Jadon. Sorry. Excellent games. Very unexpected endings to both of the games in that series, or all three of them. I can't remember how many people were played. I was only half watching it. I was watching the thing and playing Face Hunter on the side. Very easy to do, by the way.
I'll catch up with it on YouTube.
Yeah, check it out. It's good stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, hope you guys enjoy that. So it's time to do vetoes. Same process as always. Whisper me rock, paper, or scissors. I'll tell you who among the two of you won, and that person who wins gets to decide if they want to veto first or second. And I'll also tell you if Covert Muffin won, because it's kind of funny, and he keeps participating. So
yes.
I feel like I need to do that. Even if it doesn't actually amount to much if he does or doesn't. Anyway, okay. Need a answer from Elyzium. There we go. Well, let's see. Elyzium, here's the funny thing about this one, right? So Chaosy won paper, Elyzium won rock. So obviously he wins that. But Covert Muffin won scissors, which means he lost to Elyzium. So there's a big triangle. There's a big triangle, but he also but he did beat Chaosy. So there you go. Covert's now he's gone 1-2 on his his rock paper scissors games today. Anyway, not including the actual one he played. But yes, so more importantly, Chaosy, what would you like to do? Would you like to veto first or second? And if first, what would you like to veto?
I would like to veto Iron Fortress.
Okay. Iron Fortress is gone. Next. Elysium.
Get rid of Inferno Pools.
Okie dokie. That means your map pool is Coda, Echo, Expedition, Vani, and Cactus Valley. What would you like to play on first, Chaosy?
I would like to play on Cactus Valley.
Whoa, there we go. Cactus Valley. I may have marked something else as number 1 accidentally. Doesn't matter, you didn't know that. Next one.
There we do.
Vani.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, Vani Research Station is second. That should make Cobra happy.
Yes.
Yep, I thought so.
Alright. So I'm gonna go with Coda next.
Okay. Oh, broke the pattern. Next one.
What pattern was there?
No, I'll tell you about it later.
Alright.
Next choice goes
I think
to
we have
Elysium.
played on Expedition Lost every time, so let's say Echo this time.
Okay, Expedition Lost will be last. So, no, what was happening there
Silence.
is you vetoed Iron Fortress, which is at the bottom of the list, then Inferno Pools. Which
Yeah, we just like
then it was Cactus Valley, then Vani, and then it goes to Coda. I'm like, it was almost all in a row, which would have been kind of hilarious. And hearing that you weren't doing that intentionally makes it even better to me. But yeah, our first match of for tonight is going to be on Cactus Valley. As always, I would like to remind you guys that if you lose, coming back for the post-game interview is entirely optional, but we do appreciate it if you do. We'll see you guys after the match.
Alright.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Here we go.
Excellent. They have been purged.
Obliterated players from the call.
Muhaha.
Moo, ha, 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 moo, ha, ha. Sorry.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I never saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, me either.
But that part,
let's do
that
this.
part of the commercial still stuck in my head.
Got my hopes up there, Ghost Gambit. I thought me and you were gonna have a epic showdown.
But yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's true. They don't know who we're talking to. That's okay. That's part of the fun. It's they're like little inside jokes that always develop with casters and streamer groups, so to speak.
Yes.
I think the one with Ghost is the Ghost is literally he doesn't exist because no one's ever heard his voice except when he plays. Everyone knows that, but for all we know, that's just a bot that we've created. Nobody knows.
Uh-oh, RSWAP feels betrayed that we haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
There's a funny thing about that is I have a lot of friends that really like that movie and a lot of friends that really hated it.
Yeah, same here.
I was like, just kind of like, I guess I will watch it later. That's kind of what happened. Unfortunately, I missed the recent Avengers too, so I'm just completely out of the loop on like what I actually care about now. So,
Oh yeah, me too.
gotta fix that. I gotta pick a weekend and just like plow through a bunch of movies.
Yeah, I just like I'm the type of person that I don't feel like I should pay for movies. I pay for Netflix, right?
Oh, you have Netflix.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but like think about it, like right, Twitch, I get hours and hours and hours of entertainment out of Twitch for free. It's like
It's
it's
true.
insane. Oh man.
This is true. I mean, it's not strictly for free, but it works out
No,
to be something approximately close to it. That's definitely true. In any case, we have in the bottom right part of the map our teal Terran player. It is Chaosy, also known as CrazyChaos.
Wiggle, wiggle. All right, and wiggling in the bottom left corner, we have none other than the orange Terran, Elyzium.
Okay. So as you guys did hear in the interview, Chaos was playing with Zerg before. So this might be a little bit different than what Elysium was expecting in terms of setting up and preparing for this match. But I am happy to hear he settled on that. For those of you who don't know, Chaos is actually one of the rare actual new players that exists in this game.
Yes.
He started playing like a couple months ago. So he's actually just gotten past that phase from what it sounds like, where you're just kind of bouncing between races and you don't know what to do.
Mhm.
And it sounds like he's settling on Terran, which is cool. That's a massive step forward, I think, in anyone's development in this game.
Yeah, it's really exciting to hear from him. We've seen some pretty cool Zerg games coming out of him, out of all the show matches that he's cropped on, and it's really nice to see him trying something new. I always love this, especially with new StarCraft players, when they just try things out, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, pick a unit that you like or you hate to play against, and then only build that unit. And it's amazing the types of games you'll get.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I used to see a lot of stuff like that when I first started playing, just because that you participate in that novice league, right? Which only has ostensibly new accounts in it, and you see the weirdest stuff in there. Like my favorite was Masked Viking. There would be people who would just build only Vikings and then land them in your base.
Dude,
it was great.
One of the most frustrating things you'll ever go up against in PvP is Mass Phoenix. It's like unbelievable how difficult it is to play against that.
If they can get enough time, you just won't have an economy the instant they show up. They're just like, oh, I'll lift that, and I'll lift that, and I'll lift that. And then if they're me, they'll miss the G key a bunch of times, and the Phoenixes will stand there without doing anything. But thankfully, not everyone has that issue.
Oh, man. It was so out of Liz, we're seeing a double gas opening, which is really sort of indicative that she might want to try and get some early tech done, maybe throw down an early factory. And she also was able to get, if we look at Liz's cam, that she was able to scout out her opponent on the first guess. And this is a huge advantage going into the early game. Chaos, he doesn't know. Oh, take that back. Chaos throwing down his scan and guessing exactly where Liz is. Really nice serendipity there.
Wow. Interesting scan, though, because it, pretty much just picks up the gas.
Yeah.
I mean, which is fine. It's cool. Now, if he had done that a second or two later, it would have gotten much more information, but that's unfortunate. It's too bad. But it works out. He did at least pick up on her location without having to expend more energy, which could have been awkward otherwise. And he does seem to be stockpiling some minerals.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's cool. Maybe he's going to try and grab an expansion or something, or throw down some more barracks. Ooh, but out of both players, we see an early factory coming down. This is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think Elysium might be a little bit better set up from what we're seeing here to actually do stuff with the factory. But we'll have to see. I'm sure Chaos has something in mind when he says he's going into Terran. He's played Zerg all this time. There's something probably that's been gnawing at the back of his mind from the games that he's played. And he's like, I want to do this thing to someone else. And that's probably what we're going to see.
Oh, whoa, another factory coming out of Chaos.
Ooh,
wow.
Interesting.
I hope he's going to pump out a ton of Widow Mines or something. That'd be amazing. But we see, 4 Marines from Elysium right at the front.
Well, he could lose right now if he's not careful. He's backing up, and no, there's a reactor going down. There's not Widow Mine. Oh, well, no. 3 Marines oftentimes do lose to 4 Marines. Pretty badly, apparently. Holy crap.
That was insane. I don't even know how I feel about that. That was kind of crazy.
Yep. Well, so the Marines are here. Now, interestingly enough, Elysium's not pushing the issue, so I think Chaos will be fine. Just has to get something out.
Yeah, look at the siege tank coming out of Elysium. She's taking an expansion of her own. I actually like this a lot. She has these Marines down in a really nice position to be able to see if Chaos tries to establish an expansion of her own. So this economic pressure coming out of Liz is going to deal really nice damage to Chaos unless he's able to jump on it himself.
And yeah, this is kind of surprising. There we go. We started with the Hellion production. Looks like that's what he was aiming for. And, it's always a little bit interesting to me to watch somebody that's a little bit new with the race, because one of the things that inevitably happens in the back of your mind, especially if maybe he spent all his time at a con. He didn't have time to do any playing. So he's probably being confronted with that, oh crap, how do I get to that thing in the tech tree problem? So he's clicking around trying to read things while he's also trying to manage his economy. And it's it is 100 times more stressful than playing normally to do it this way.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Always one of the biggest problems with picking up a new game is trying to get used to not only the user interface, but then also sort of the flow and progression of the race.
By the way, interesting little choice to use the gas worker for that. But anyway, yeah, this is okay. He's got these Hellions out here. They will kill these 3 Marines handily, but back home there's a siege tank. A little harder time with that.
Oh man, and we see a cloak banshee moving across the field from Liz without any anti-air.
Yeah, Hellbat's just obliterate Marines. Wow, that wasn't even close. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Chaos is getting some barbecuing done in order to get hyped for these games here.
Dude, what would this look like? Just watching a bunch of Hellions blow up a rock really slowly. They're like melting it down.
Oh man, and this cloak coming for the Banshees, like totally unnecessary. Like even a Chaos could see it. Holy supply depots, Batman!
Whoa, that's okay. Yeah. So the Banshee showing up in the base and killing you thing. Basically, like I was saying before we started the stream, early game attacks, like stealthy stuff, super good. Bronze, silver level, because people just forget that they're there.
Oh man, and we see Liz with like a really nice non-committal aggression too. It's like even though Chaos could see it with the skin, he just didn't have the numbers to be able to push it back. But it looks like Liz is going to keep this Banshee in the base and continue doing work, all the while establishing a natural base of her own and furthering her tech tree. Very strong play out of Elysium.
Yeah, and well, that's all right. Cass still here. He's got 7 workers. His opponent has 36. It's looking a little scary. But that's okay. Man. All you need is a drone and a chair, right?
Yeah, boom. SCVs and supply depots.
Have you ever actually gone back and watched that old BGH game that he was referencing when he made that comment? Day 9, that is.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That was kind of absurd.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. It was Oh, yeah, go on.
Okay, I was going to say, for anyone who didn't look it up, essentially, in that BGH game, he was watching 2 of his friends play, and what BGH, it's Big Game Hunters, there's a mod that exists in this as well, but it was specifically also a map in Brood War that had 8, basically you played with 8 players, 2v2v2, mm-hmm. And naturally, of course, alliances weren't locked, so people could make all sorts of, just like, oh, ally me so I can continue watching for the rest of the game. So one of his friends gets kind of obliterated really fast. So what he does is he pulls the political risk style, oh, just let me exist over here, I won't harm you, sort of gambit. And he hides in a corner in the middle of the map. Yeah, that's a weird statement, but that's exactly what he did. There's like a terrain piece with a single base on it. He hides in there and builds up a siege tank Goliath army while the rest of the map is obliterating everybody else. And he just pours out and kills everyone. And then, of course, you get the typical thing where the person you allied with is like, but I thought you were just watching. It's like,
yeah, it was absolutely insane. I've done that in Free For All a couple of times, like just trying to be like, no, blah blah blah, like everybody's attacking me.
It's a surprisingly effective psychological.
Yeah. Oh man, and speaking of surprisingly effective, we see Liz finishing her 2/2 upgrades very shortly and establishing both a 3rd and a 4th simultaneously.
Okay. So yeah, this is a great move from Elysium. I mean, she put her opponent on the back foot. Probably feels like she could just walk over and kill him, but it looks like she's saying to herself, that's fine. I'm just going to build up get that really big dream army. I mean, maybe I would, in this situation personally, I would pick the craziest composition I could think of and I would build it.
Yeah, it's amazing. She's like 50 supply ahead right now, but you have to keep in mind over 30 supply of that is in terms of workers.
That's right.
So Chaosy still is like...
Oh, she's back. She's murderizing all the workers.
Oh no, the double Banshee. Here come the Marines.
Scan 4 Marines. This time she can actually kill them all. Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh.
Well. Oh, just as he was rebuilding his economy too.
Oh man, and now we see Chaosy trying to move out in some sort of desperation play, trying to get some work done. Maybe if he can deal significant damage also to Elysium, he'll be able to pull back into this. But we see We see the Hellions now approaching in this
No.
3rd/4th base location.
They're stuck in a really weird angle. Nope. Canceling that. Boom. All the workers die. Okay. Let's see. He's going to run into the Marines now. That's actually doing decent damage, but upgrades are awesome, so the Marines are alive.
Oh,
Yep.
man. And medevacs with their heal laser beam. I don't even know how that works, but apparently you can escape near certain death by being shot by laser beams, Omega.
Yeah, I was actually, if you, in the C2 campaign, when you're in that, like, hangar thing, you can read descriptions of stuff, and the medevac one said something about a distance laser scalpel. And that made me very uncomfortable when I thought about that in the middle of a battle, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, would you like some emergency medical attention? Yeah, sure. Like, do you have like some bandages that I can use to stop this bleeding? No, I've got a laser
Nope,
scalpel.
I can cauterize it. It hurts. No.
Oh, exactly. Oh man. Oh, my stomach hurts because I'm smiling too much.
So once again,
Oh,
map 2 is on Funny Research Station.
Yes. Yeah, Liz with a very strong display there, not only with her early tech aggression in terms of the Banshee, but then also having that siege tank at home, the wall off at the front, on top of that ramp, and establishing her natural expansion. So even if her opponent marched down the front, that siege tank could hold off long enough for that Banshee to come back home and clean up the defense. So really nice, just all-around solid play coming out of Elyzium.
Indeed. Okay. Whoa.
Put me in, coach, I'm ready. It's not too long ago that I was in Silver League. Ding!
Was that 2 years ago, I would assume?
Well, no, if you remember that, like, at the beginning of the season, I got
bad.
placed in the silver.
Oh, yeah. As if anybody believed that, really.
Yeah.
Ghost Gambit being bronze is a lie, too.
Hi, my name's Coach.
Yep, he's totally a gold player. Yeah, here's the next level of entertainment for you guys. In the background, he was going, "Don't give away my secrets." Oh, I'll give away them all.
Hi, my screen name's Covered Muffin, and I'm a Silver League random
He's
player.
lying. Don't believe him. He's that guy who used to be in Masters. Oh man. Okay, so I noticed something just now, actually looking at the patterns I was talking about with like that gray W and M. It's actually different at the top of the map and at the bottom. Look at that.
Oh.
Artistically asymmetry.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love like the vertical asymmetry of this map. That's like my favorite part of the map right there.
But that's like it's purely artistic, like not functionally different, like in the terrain,
No,
but like he actually drew it differently. That takes effort. That's cool.
Yeah, boom. Excellent, guys. And it looks like now we're jumping into Game 2 of this Best of 5 series. Going up 1-0, we see our orange Terran player spawning in the top. It is none other than Elyzium.
That it is, and at the bottom of the map we have our opponent, our teal Terran player. It is Ghost Gambit, who's okay. He clearly opened the tab of Fun Day Mondays and has decided to go for the lift off and move Fun Day Monday.
Oh man, look!
Oh yeah.
No, it's crazy chaos. But yeah. Oh man. Oh,
I'm
Liz.
sorry, I got distracted by the fact that there's a lifty thing floating around. But yeah, that is in fact crazy chaos.
Liz. Oh no, Liz, you're not looking at the main. No, is she gonna proxy racks or something?
Oh please let her do that. That would be the best thing ever.
No way.
Wait,
No
selected
way.
it.
Oh my god. Alright, Supply Depot is finishing. Supply Depot's done. Supply Depot's done.
140, 145, 150.
150.
Nope.
Come on.
There's Eric's building at home. Okay.
Oh, man. I wanted so bad.
I don't blame you there. I was hoping for the same thing, honestly.
Oh man.
But
Crazy. What the what?
It looks like what he's doing is he wants to proc. Oh, he's gonna take this gold base. That's a good idea. He's never gonna look up here.
Oh yeah, she's never gonna scout that.
In
And
fact, she
also-
may not scout his base until her army's there.
Also, the really effing amazing thing is that if we look at the SCV scout pattern of Liz's early SCV, we see that she did not check the command center to see it was there. So she still thinks the command center is there.
Oh my god. This is the kind of thing you like see in YouTube videos that never really happens.
Yeah.
This is great. Of course, Chaos is in an enormously dangerous position. If he gets attacked by anything at all for like the next 5 minutes, he just dies. But if he can survive past that, he wins for Guts and Glory on many levels.
Oh man. Oh my goodness.
And if you look at the income, well, okay, Chaos is still pretty far behind because the sheer mass of SCVs is actually more than enough to compensate for the gold minerals. But still, he's working on it. He'll get there.
Yeah, we'll see that bar catch up super quickly, and one of the main reasons is because Liz actually has not established any gas yet. The scan coming out of Liz, and we do see a proxy barracks, but now that she scans, she sees that the command center isn't there.
She's got to figure there's only 3 places you go on this map if you lift off, right? All of them are shiny.
Oh, so Liz just sent a Marine down to the mid left side gold base here.
He's gonna check that.
To try and see if something's going on. She's taking expansion of herself. I love this move coming out of Liz. Lifting off the command center early, she sees that the command center is not at his natural. She knows that she must have the early economic advantage, and also getting that barracks earlier is going to allow her to get up an equal, if not higher, Marine count early on. So she knows she's not in any immediate danger. So I love this expansion from her. But I don't know about this double proxy Marine coming down at Chaosy's natural. Oh, man. This is so ridiculous. Oh, man, I'm so happy right now.
This is great. This is like fun. This is actually watching a Fun Day Monday in action. Now, you see what you do, ideally, if you're, like, actually presenting one of those, is you watch for the exact moment when Elyzium figured out that there was nothing there. You just watch her camera as she stares blankly at that look. Yeah, see what she's doing? Yeah, it's exactly that. You're watching her camera, and she's like, where is his base? Where did he go?
Uh-oh. And we see this Marine now on the perfect scout pattern. She's going to find Chaos. Covert Chaos.
Covert Chaos.
Is going to get unshrouded.
Now, the thing is, there's already 4 Marines here. Damage has been done. The defenses are up. This is not going to go away because one Marine found it. Now, if that Marine had found it first, there might be some problems right now. But, nope. He just walked up here and he's like, boss, I found them now.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that Liz actually has more army production buildings at Chaosy's base.
Whoa, what is he doing? Oh, God. He found out that he's supply blocked and decided he didn't want to fix the problem. He's just got 1,100 minerals and it's in his bank forever as he runs to the front of the base and attacks. The thing is, this might actually work. There's nothing here.
Oh, my God.
He's going to She's focusing. It doesn't matter if she kills workers. She can kill workers all day long. She just needs to kill the Marines. Oh, she's killing the Marines. Oh, building wall's gone down. Here comes the surround. Poke, poke.
Oh, man.
Killing those meat bags. Now he's got to go kill the worker line. Except that he won't be able to because there's too many workers.
Yeah, we see the 9 SCVs out of Chaosy and the bajillion workers from Elysium.
Oh, man. That's too bad.
Chaos, not giving up yet, says, hey, you know what? I can still rally shit into her base.
Hey, dude, he's got, like, all the money in the world, so... Just gonna queue up his command center, queue up his 1 barracks, he's good to go.
Proxy barracks in Elysium's natural.
Yep, she's built a lot of things down here that will eventually do something.
No. Oh, but we see a pair of Marines now moving down to... stop the shenaniganry, and the 6 Marines now in Chaosy's original base, I am afraid to say, are now marching across the map to help defend.
This is a beautiful game. Oh, I wonder if you ever knew about this, but there was actually one show match game that did end up in a Fun Day Monday.
Oh, really? No
It
way.
was ZRQ versus Anuzarg. They like decided to do this thing where they would like just for fun. I suggested, I'm like, oh, you want to do something where I like give you both a Monday Monday topic and do it, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, cool. So they did that, and it became this bizarre game where like Anuzarg was playing Zerg. I can't remember exactly what his topic was supposed to be, but like ZRQ for some reason turned into just like building planetaries everywhere, and he like encased him in the corner of the map with planetary fortresses around his creep. It was amazing.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that was the like me versus wait, who is it? Like sleeping drone? No,
Yeah.
no. Oh, it was waking drone. Waking drone.
Yeah. Yeah, GG. Hey, it's okay. You had fun, right? That's that's the purpose of a strategy like that, is not necessarily winning.
Yeah. DK fun matches. Boom.
Like that match right there, like that's one you create purely so you can jump into the replay afterwards and watch what your opponent does when they find your face isn't there, and you go.
Yes. Oh man, I like it's so great because I mean, even though Chaos his push sort of floundered and Liz had a really nice defense set up, but we just know that he was having a great time, having a blast for that game, and you're absolutely right. That's what it's all about. I mean, I certainly enjoyed that game, Omega.
Oh yeah, and it's also definitely true that like if he wanted to keep doing that, he could actually even execute it a little better than that. He had 1,000 minerals. That could be a lot of Marines. That actually would have worked almost in one world.
Yeah, exactly. And he actually had the Marine advantage early on because Liz only had that one barracks in her main.
Yeah.
If you could throw down a couple of extra barracks and even maybe a bunker down at the bottom, that could have. Oh man.
Yeah. Crazy to think about, but that game was a lot closer than it probably looked.
I also love how just watching people react to absolute shenanigans, right? It's like it's fun watching the shenanigans, but then also how people are just like, oh my god, what is this? Like, where's his base? Like, did he actually spawn? No, he's definitely here. Like, where's A? the progression of the freak out. Oh man,
those are among, by the way, the best Funday Mondays. The ones with the planetary fortress liftoff crap.
Yeah.
They're so good because like people. The first one was the best one too, if I remember, because like that actually had that happen where he like switches to the guy's vision. And he's just barely not scouting the base, and he sees the base, and then he like stares at it.
Yeah.
Starts clicking around.
Do you remember that one where the guy, well, he moved, right? And then the person went to scout where the person set up their base. That guy lifted off the command center, hit it until that SCV had passed, and then reached the base.
There was another one too where the guy lifted up into the corner and typed, "has left the game."
Yeah.
He just sat there. The other guy just left.
Yeah. Didn't he like kill off his first worker and
Something
then
like that.
the 5 SCVs?
Yeah, so he wouldn't see anything there.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's so. I'm gonna have to like go on a Funday Monday watching spree after this, Omega.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, in the bottom right part of the map, we have here on Crota. Not Crota, sorry, Coda. Is the orange Terran Elysium. I guess I'm subconsciously thinking about Destiny. I don't know why.
Yeah, and spawning in the top left position on this 2-player map, we have none other than the teal player, Chaosy. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, proxy time, let's go.
Yep.
Nope, supply depot time, let's go.
Whoop.
Never mind, changed your mind. Go back to work. Okay.
This worker contemplating the better meaning of why. Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Supremely early gas.
Boom, gas. It looks like he decided to go to lunch to Chipotle. Really early on. Excellent.
Well, I'm not even going to theorize what that's about. We'll check later.
Yeah. Boom. Looking at Liz, we see a nice early SCV scout. She's going to see exactly what's going on. This SCV coming over here is throwing down the barracks.
I don't know about you. We see everything that's going on. Do you know anything more? Let's be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of my favorite things about like early scouts, and you see something like that, and you're like,
Cool, I haven't learned anything. Back to mining.
wow, all right. Guess I'll keep building things.
I actually, there was a period of time where I would keep running into those players. I think it was like in mid, maybe low gold. And I eventually just decided, you know, I should really just forgate people that do that. I have no idea what they're doing, and they'll probably die to this, so let's go. And then occasionally, of course, you run into that one person who, like, hit a dark shrine somewhere, and then you die. But still.
I think when I was in, like, just totally misplaced into Silver League, just because of MMR decay, I think I worker rushed someone, just for the hell of it to see if it worked, and it just, like, barely worked.
Wow, that's good. He must have not been hit by it before.
No, yeah, I think he was like AFK for like the first couple of seconds or something, and then came back and started doing things.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, and we see some SCV attack. Oh, the most epic of battles. Chaosy picking up first blood, fist pumping himself into oblivion, and now we see the SCV from Chaosy, though, trapped in the main.
Yeah, he's going to take a look around. I mean, if he really wants to do something weird, I guess he could try and build a building in the middle of the base. But I like the fact that he's just circling around, keeping an eye on what's going on. If he does watch this, acquaint yourself with shift queuing patrol commands. Make this easier to do. Just run him in circles until the Reaper comes out.
My favorite is that, like, in Zerg, if you just build an evolution chamber in the middle of the mineral line... You just plop down an evolution chamber and let it finish. And then you micro the broodlings after they kill it off. You could pick up a couple of workers' kills, all the while delaying the workers from being able to mine effectively.
Yep, and your opponent is like super pissed. Oh man, they will be mad if you do that. It's just like actually double gas stealing. You'll see Protosses do that sometimes. That actually, if you do that to another Protoss, they will try to kill you in real life if they can.
Yeah, they will literally try and DDoS you.
No, actually, it is one of those things where if you see a probe wander in your base and it's dive bombing your gas, it's on you to build your gas first, and you should be able to have the fast enough reflexes to do it. If he steals one gas, he should never get the second one. If he pulls that off, he probably deserves the win.
Yeah, shame on you.
But anyway, yeah, we have a command center popping up for Chaos. Lots of gas coming in, and of course, a Marauder and a couple Marines, which are going to hold this off quite nicely. Boom.
Wow, but back home at Elysium's base, we see role reversal here. Usually Liz was super up and picking an early expansion, but we see her getting 3 barracks and churning out Reapers. Ooh.
Brutal and super effective. This is actually the other favorite strat of our resident GM Cannon Rusher. Prinav.
Yes.
Whenever he's not playing Protoss, he's Mass Reapering, and dang, is that scary.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. You can, like, build 4 barracks on one base and just, like, Mass Reaper all day, every day. And, like, we see now these Reapers starting to approach Chaosy's base, and what he has at home, he has a couple Marines and a Marauder, and we see these 3 Reapers now moving up the ramp.
Might be stronger than what she's doing. Uh-oh. He's got more Marines popping out. Really Chaosy needs a little bit more production, honestly. Maybe another barracks. He's going to run into a problem fairly soon here. Or he's overmining. Yeah, he's just overmining gas, actually. It doesn't even matter. He won't have the ability to produce more than one thing at a time. Badoom, badoom, badoom. Just clean it up, though. Loses, like, what, a worker?
Yeah, he held that off pretty handily. Not only those 3 Reapers, but then also that early Scout Reaper that came out of Elysium. And now we see Elysium getting these ever so powerful add-ons onto these barracks, setting herself up for some very strong mid-game aggression.
Doesn't look like she's continuing with the Reapers anymore. Switching back into standard bioplay, getting some Marauders and Marines.
Yeah, it looks like she's also going to go for some upgrades here with a very nice engineering bay. And wow, the starport coming out of Elysium is going to grant her not only so much further aggression and tech support, but then also mobility across the map.
Boom.
So yeah, now we've hit like a bit of a standstill. Chaosy throwing down a factory, throwing down an engineering bay of his own. getting up stim from his
Yeah.
parents. Boom.
This is looking a lot more solid than last game. I wonder if it really was just Chaos. He was just getting a little lost in like reading the tooltips and crap.
Yeah, that's entirely a possibility, especially when we're considering someone who is not only newer to the game, but then also switching to a race that they normally don't play for the majority of the time, but they've experienced the game. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, so it's cool to see.
Yeah.
I've always noticed this, that with whenever you take players that are playing semi-consistently, you will always notice a pretty giant leap in skill from like the first series that they play to the third with a single opponent. I mean, yeah, they might get demolished all 3 times. That can happen. But you will notice that there is some improvement. Things are a little tighter. Things are a little better. And it's one of my favorite aspects of doing this, honestly.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely really cool to see. We've seen some very amazing series recently, and especially like when I say amazing, I don't mean just like the games are really cool, but then also what the players are doing, not only progressing as players' skill levels, but then also trying to get the soul read on their opponents and coming out with things that they may not normally be comfortable with. It's so cool to see. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And meanwhile, as far as this game is concerned, Elysium, both players actually relatively similar in work. Yeah, scan.
Yeah, really nice scan coming out of Chaos. He actually picked up every single tech building from Ara, every single army building coming from Elysium, excuse me, and is able to sort of see what his opponent is doing.
Yeah, the two things that he doesn't know: the second armory, which is hugely indicative of either a focus on air or mech, frankly. And the second thing is that she was pretty badly supply blocked there for a second, and that's going to enable him to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, it's incredible. Also, like what you mentioned, seeing people improve throughout the game, just looking at the supply count is really telling. We saw Chaosy in the first match being behind by 30 to 40 to 50 supply, but now we see that he's really caught up in a big way.
Yeah. Oh, Elysium's making Thors. All right.
Yes. Oh man, and
Love
Cloak Banshee. Oh my goodness.
I have to
this
admit,
is great.
there's oftentimes in StarCraft you don't get to those tier 3 units. They just don't happen. Like most games don't really go long enough, honestly, in most cases to even get there. But I really love that stuff. They look super good. They all do. Ultras, they look fantastic. Thors, battle cruisers, carriers.
Yeah,
They're like the prettiest looking units in the game. And yeah, Broodlords to some extent. Why not? They're giant flappy bug things.
Yeah, exactly. I love also the when you what is it? You do the collector's edition or something, and you get that special skin. I love the Tarask Ultra skin. Oh man,
I wish I had the collector's version for that for Heartless Wolf. Okay, engagement coming out here. The Chaos is very well equipped to hold that off. Wow, couple units getting obliterated there.
Yeah, not only did he have the position in the army advantage, but also he's on +1 attack on his bio, where Liz's bio actually does not have any upgrades.
The branch is back. No. Grab some. God, oh goodness. Now the good news is if she runs back and actually holds this off, just like he holds this off with a quick scan and the rest of his Marines, he'll be fine. Oh, he's kind of doing things a little bit too much one by one here.
Oh yeah, we see the planetary fortress in Chaosy's main is a little bit unfortunate because he only can rely on one command center for that energy for the scan.
Yeah, doesn't have it. Well, okay, I guess in this situation it might actually be best to just leave the workers there. It only stays over there, doesn't kill anything else. But this is pretty rough.
Yeah, this is really tough to deal with. And we see Liz behind this, just establishing her third with absolute confidence that Chaosy isn't going to be moving out.
And scan. Oh, didn't need to scan. Just ran out of energy. Well, okay, there you go. Pretty unfortunate, but he can rebuild from here. He's got more than enough resources. Actually, you may as well just throw down another command center now, frankly.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, SCVs only take 17 seconds to build. So with 2 command centers, if not 3 command centers, you can actually build up a mineral line pretty quickly. So it's not nearly as devastating as in like early game when you're like short on money and short on production buildings to be able to repopulate those SCVs. Excellent. This is actually a play I love coming out of Chaosy. He says, hey, macro right now isn't my strong suit, so I'm just going to queue up a ton of workers. So that way I can like focus my attention on other things like building army units and controlling them.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's one of those things that when anybody tells you, if you're trying to improve at this game, really don't queue up more than one extra thing at a time. Because you have to get used to that. But yeah, if you're in the middle of a game and you don't have that skill, it's sometimes a lot better to pretend like you don't have, not to pretend like you have it. Just like, okay, got to work with what I've got. That means queuing.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We see 2 siege tanks moving across the map from Liz. She's very reluctant to move out the rest of her mech bio, sort of cyborg army, if you will.
Is she planning an elevator?
Oh, maybe.
Like, it's kind of looking like that. There's some rather unfortunately placed missile turrets that might end that thought if she runs into them.
Whew, she's going to scan the front and see a ton of units from Chaosy's perspective and try and park these siege tanks at the front.
Okay. He's unsieging for some reason, and he's going to run forward. He's going to find siege tanks. There's nothing to protect them. They're going to die. Boom, there they go.
Wow! We see Chaosy taking a very nice engagement, catching those siege tanks out of position with no bio support behind him, and Chaosy's going to really shred through that army.
But there's another army coming up here, and it is composed largely of Hellbats, Thors, and some siege tanks. This is going to be a lot more, I think, tricky for him to deal with without setting up these siege tanks this time. We pretty much left them unsieged in that battle.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, he's walking up into the siege tanks.
Whoa, look at that nice position coming out of Elyzium. Bringing the medevacs over the rocks to get away, and these Hellbats are now shredding the front bio line of Chaosy, and the rest is history. Elyzium cleaning up this army with superior numbers and superior position.
Nice. Well, kind of an unfortunate fight for Chaosy there. Up until this point, his army supply was actually pretty similar to Elysium's. So,
yeah, it was
without that economy to back it up, it's going to be hard to catch up now.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, and it's pretty incredible. The longer Elysium... Oh, nope, now we see her moving out. She looks like she wants to put the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I think she senses that was probably his army, so she's just going to see if she can walk up here and make something happen, and this is a great move. Finishing all this off, too, next step is to just walk up, get next to production structures, and basically go for the jugular.
Wow, yeah, look at this. Chaosy putting a siege tank in actually a very nice position. It's just going to cover beyond on the edge of the ramp in order to try and get some free damage done. But we see the high medevac count from Elysium relative to her opponent is going to be able to heal up the bio.
This is one siege tank for free, but it doesn't matter too terribly much as the rest of the army marches forward.
Yep, boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Elysium's Thors hammering their way, fist pumping their giant cannons into her opponent's command center, dealing massive damage.
Ooh, Blue Flame Hellions, Hellbats. Or Imbabats, as they used to be known.
Yeah, Hellions, Hellbats, I don't even know. They both begin with the word that perfectly describes them. Hell.
Yeah, GGO.
And Elysium clinching the series in a very convincing fashion, 3-0. Well played.
Okay. Well, as we wait for the players to jump on back into Skype, there is something that I would like to draw all of your attention to, actually. This is something being run by Mr. Henning, also known by many other names. But you guys seem to know who he is by now, so I don't think I'm going to read them all off. But he is doing some... Let's see if I can find the thread for this. He has an SC2 practice group that meets every week, so if any of you are looking for people to play with, you should go here. Once I find the thing. There it is. I found the thing. This is it. Okay. And of course, you actually saw that link vastly before I said this is it, which probably breaks the energy of that moment a little bit. But you know what? That's fine. Go check it out. In any case, after that's done, we shall wait for them to get back into CrazyChaos.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Chaos.
Ugh.
I'm going to close StarCraft. There we go. Ah, you sound pretty beat up.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
Yay. Welcome back, both of you, once again. Thank you very much for playing. It
You're
was a fun
welcome.
series to watch, as always. In particular, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but we'll talk about each game as always. But I do want to highlight, just in general, I see a massive improvement, Chaos, in particular,
Thank
between
you.
that
Yeah.
last game I just saw and the first one you played. Not today, but the first one in general.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm glad to see it.
Yeah. Like I've been, even if I'm losing all the time, I've been really improving my skills, and hopefully next person I battle, duel or whatever, I will maybe get a victory in that one.
Sure. Well, like I was mentioning like I highlighted in the chat, there is actually a practice group that exists with the Day 9 people.
Oh.
Same forum that links to this. I'll give you the link to that afterwards. And if you
Uh-huh.
want to play with them, that's a good way to do it. A lot of them are better than me. So it's going to be rough, but you'll learn a ton.
Yeah.
I recommend checking it out. Actually goes for anybody, really, who wants to get better at this game. Those are good people to play with.
Alright.
That stated, okay, let's go ahead and actually talk about the matches. So, Cactus Valley on game one. I have a couple specific questions, actually, for both of you. But first of all, of course, Elyzium did pick up that game. So I'll give her the chance to say anything she wants to say about it first.
Shit, I don't really remember much about game one. I made a Banshee, right?
Yeah.
That did a lot of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, and I caught him off guard, and I thought I didn't want to do that every game, but yeah, so I made the Banshee, and it did well, and then I just made my bio army and upgraded it like I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay. For Chaos, actually, I do want to hear your general thoughts, but I also do want to know. It seemed like there was a drastic difference between game one and game three. So, was there something going on with game one? Were you like looking through tooltips, trying to figure out the tech tree, something like that?
Yeah, I've been trying to like I've actually had an app on my phone, and that, like there's like builds and
Oh.
yeah. I was looking. I think I was looking at the double reactor Hellion build.
Uh-huh. Oh, so it was just kind of one of those moments where you're looking at your phone, trying to figure out the next thing to do. Okay.
Yeah, but like I think I did that on a lot of things earlier for the build, so yeah.
Okay. Right then. Well, but yeah, do you have anything else about that game to mention? I imagine it seemed honestly, but pretty rough game. Banshees they're rough. They're, like I said earlier, stealthy things are scary.
Yep. Yep. And now I remember to always place missile turrets near my base.
Yeah, nothing better than getting killed by Banshees or DTs to help you remember that. And I think everyone goes through that, right?
Yep.
And
maybe next month I'll be all Protoss then. Like, I still haven't chosen a specific race, but like I'll play with Terran for some time and see if I like it or not.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. That's really what anybody should do, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless they're like super inclined toward one race, but
yeah,
whatever.
I think one missile turret in your mineral line would have deterred me because like I'm not really good at multitasking. But when I bring that Banshee over and I see that I got free game over there, I can go back to looking at my base and macroing and making buildings and just completely ignore the Banshee for a while it just kills your stuff. And if you just had one missile turret there, I would have had to pay attention to it more and probably would have got a lot less kills, even if I tried to go to the outside.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, much more to the point, we have Vani Research Station. This was kind of hilarious, actually.
Oh my god!
So
I take it
crazy. You were inspired by Fun Day Mondays with this one.
Wait, who? I seriously did not know a play like that existed. I was like,
oh, really? Wow.
I was like all week and probably like all month I wanted to try this. I wanted to try this for a long time, and yeah.
No, yeah, there was actually, if you look through the archives on Day 9's website, there's a bunch of old Fun Day Monday shows where he actually did create as a topic lift off your command center and go somewhere else at the beginning of the game. And that was all it said. But, naturally, nearly everyone goes to a gold base. It is actually a thing. It is a thing that happens.
Okay, wait. To be very honest, I did not notice that was a gold base until I looked at it very carefully.
Oh, you were just thinking, oh, this is the base that's close and up on this part of the map. You probably won't look here.
Yep.
Nice.
And then when I saw it was gold base, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you made the correct decision. But yes, of course, from there, it was probably partly a function of gold bases do give you a ton more minerals, so you probably weren't prepared for that, I imagine.
Yeah, I was like, I should have built like more barracks and maybe try to build a gas there as well. But yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, game 2, man. What the hell? I was like, ooh, I'm gonna take advantage of this huge area. I'm gonna sneak. I didn't even scout that your main wasn't there because I was trying to sneak so you wouldn't see my SCV.
That was
and I was like, I was so confident that I didn't have to scout at all. I was like, I'm just gonna sneak this SCV over there. But I'm like, oh, but I don't want him to like come in my base and be like, there's no barracks. So I still did the wall off. So my second and third barracks were over there. And then by the time I realized that you weren't at that base, I was like, fuck, my barracks are way across the map. I thought I was going to lose. I was like, pulled the boys and luckily killed all your boys. And I was like, all right, cool. Okay, now I'm just going to mop this up and re-wall off. And then I was just so thrown off. I was trying to float my barracks back over when you GG'd. And I'm going to have to watch that replay to see if like I'm just not paying attention to my first SCV that went across the map. I don't know if you were in my vision or not when you floated that command center.
It didn't see a thing. And
then when I saw that when you weren't there, I checked that gold on the left in the middle area, and then I like sent that one Marine on a mission all over the world and not go to my third. And I think I ended up just scanning you because I'm like, I don't know where the hell he is. I was worried. I thought I was going to lose that one.
Yeah.
Well done. Totally ruined my little hiding the racks.
Yeah.
Like I hid the rack.
That was highly entertaining.
Location that I could have used him at. Like, oh no.
There's nothing more fun than watching someone get super confused because their opponent's base is gone. Not like destroyed, but it moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to like think for like a half of a second. I was like, wait a minute. Like I know that map though, but I was like, where's the main?
Yeah, my favorite is like the proxy 2 racks, right? It's supposed to bring your barracks closer to the opponent, where in reality you just moved them further away.
I was like, what's the furthest location from my opponent's base can I put proxy racks?
I was actually I didn't say it in the cast, but there was a part of me that was hoping it would land international. But that didn't happen. That would have been really funny and really bad. You would probably die, but
it would be hilarious. Expanded? Did we actually okay.
He was there, I think. Yeah, I think he was actually. Was he, Covert? Do you remember?
Yeah, your barracks was like just finishing up when you landed at the gold. So yeah, he definitely could have just barely beaten you to the natural.
That again would get you killed. So do that only for laughs. Don't try and win. The gold thing could have worked, actually. By the way, you would have had like 9 Marines, I think, when you hit, at least.
Yeah, I should have just made a big, huge army of Marines.
Yeah, exactly.
And I should have waited a little bit longer.
But that's actually a good way to look at things when you're kind of like testing new stuff, is to look at if you actually had enough resources to pull off the thing that you wanted to do. And then if things didn't perfectly come together, you know that at least the general shape of the idea you're trying works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, we had game 3. Game 3 was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I basically like, I wanted to no more funny business. I just want to do this seriously.
Yeah, it showed. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Elyzium, from your perspective, what about game 3?
I was going to mass Reaper, but clearly like 1 or 2 at a time dying wasn't massing anything. So I was like, well, I guess I wanted to do something different. Because like I always do the, bio upgrade army, So I was like, well, I'm going to try mech. But I'm not really good at mech because I didn't have enough buildings. I had so many things queued up the whole game too many, either not enough minerals and too much gas, or I had too much of everything and stuff queued up, and yeah, I was chaotic that game. I was just like, oh, I just make more stuff, and I think maybe my upgrades might have got me the win, because like when I finally brought my army over, it beat his army. And I realized maybe I shouldn't hang out outside the base. Maybe I need to just push in and go for it. And that ended up getting me the GG on that.
Yeah. I was like trying to make sure I get like I was going to go for a Marine, a Marauder, and Medevac, but I decided to add an extra like siege tanks and 4 as well to it, to get more oomph, I guess.
Okay. But yeah, that ended up being, I thought, a very good game. And yeah, there's some good engagement stuff going on. Banshee ended up being a big thing again.
Yeah,
This
I
particular game.
really hate Banshees.
That's okay. You'll learn to deal with them. It'll happen.
Yep.
But yeah, that did. Yep, pretty straightforward game. But again, very good. Glad to see the improvement. Actually, on both of you, quite a bit better than before.
Yeah, thank you.
And so that makes us done for the weekend. There might be one match that sends in replays. I am not certain because I haven't heard anything from them. We had a couple matches that just didn't happen on Friday. One of them in particular, the players said that they might try and get together and play the games, but scheduling stuff, it might easily not happen. So this could be the last match for the next 2 weeks. So thank you everybody for hanging out this weekend. And at the moment, actually, who is here? We have a Marshmallow, Aura Swap, Captain Kirk, Ghost Gambit, Gurthang, Lady Lecta, Loopy Loo, Tedwin, and ZRQ, and of course Zero Lambda. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you Cobra Muffin for casting with me this evening. Thank you Ghost Gambit also for streaming and observing. He said, "Yay!"
Thanks everybody
if you guys
for
couldn't hear him.
watching.
Yeah.
And thanks for casting, and thanks for
You can't
having
hear- you can't
another
hear him.
wonderful show match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
And of
Thank
course,
you.
thanks to Zero as well for streaming
And
and
maybe
casting. And who was it?
And
maybe
Chaosy, thanks for being such a good
Nope.
sport.
You're welcome.
Because since I beat you all of them.
Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe next battle I will win. Hopefully, I want to win. I'm just going to stay up watching and watch StarCraft replays, etc.
Yep. And then
Yeah, keep
finally,
playing.
of
We'll play
course, special thanks as well to people that help us around in the background, specifically to Namek, who helps to deal with all the YouTube archive video stuff. And that's a wrap. We are done for the evening, everybody. See you
Boom.
next time.